I mean, just to get off track for a second, the word Christmas, you don't see it anymore. Do they see it in Iowa? Not that much, though. A lot of the stores, like I'm going to tell you about Macy's, but you go to Macy's, you know, a lot of the stores, they say happy holidays, happy this. And I'll tell you one thing. So I'm Protestant, but if I win, you're going to see Merry Christmas. And you know what? We can have other things, too. But you're going to see Merry Christmas again, because I don't see it anymore. I don't see it. Remember, it used to be automatic, not politically correct or incorrect. It was just automatic. It was Christmas. It was called Merry Christmas. Then all of a sudden, they started taking it off and off and off. And now they'll show like a red wall. That's Christmas. But they'll have nothing on it. So we're going to go back to Merry Christmas pretty soon. We're going to go back to Merry Christmas. So I was right on the anchor babies, and I was right because if a person comes in illegally, they're not coming in legally, has a baby, and everybody said, oh, you'll need a new constitutional amendment, which takes many, many years, and the chances of getting it are almost impossible. And now it finds out that some of the great legal scholars are actually writing major pieces saying Trump was right because of the fact, and there's language in the 14th Amendment, that because of the fact that they came in illegally, the baby was here illegally, you don't have to do it. We're talking about hundreds of thousands of events a year, tremendous amounts of money. But because of the fact this was illegal, you don't have to take it. All it needs is a simple act of Congress, which can be done quickly. And we should be doing it. And I'll be pushing that very hard. Believe me, I'll be pushing. We don't want to be a sucker. You know, we want to take care. Hey, we all have a big heart. We all have a big heart. But we can't do the things that people wanted to do. We're destroying our country. And we can't do it anymore. And that'll end. That'll end. Like it is for every other country. I mean, almost nobody does it. We're the only ones that do it. And they come from all over. They come from Mexico. They come from Asia. Why not? Have the baby born over here. Come, let's take a vacation. Baby's born, take care of the baby. Great. I mean, how stupid are we? I got a little lucky on that one. I really had no idea. It just didn't make sense. And then all of a sudden, these great geniuses from Harvard Law School, they were all saying, Mr. Trump is actually right. Now they're analyzing it. The bottom line is, I was right. Because it's common sense. Can't happen. Can you imagine going to Mexico, having a baby, and you say, congratulations, you're a citizen of Mexico? They wouldn't even know what you're talking about. They'd laugh you out of the country. A group of people was there last week, very successful people, and they overstayed their 2-week period. They get a knock on the door from the police in Mexico. Why are you here? And this is a very spoiled guy. He was a little embarrassed in front of his group. Some police officer said, why are you here? You know, it's not exactly cool. Why are you here? Oh, well, we just want to stay next. Well, have you signed your papers? Have you made a request of the government? By the way, they're right. I'm not saying wrong. I think it's right. It's the way something's supposed to be run. It's right. The hardest place in the world, just about to become a citizen of, is Mexico. And yet people and I love Mexico. I love the Mexican people. I have thousands of Mexicans. I have thousands and thousands of Hispanics that work for me or have worked for me. I've created tens of thousands of jobs. Tens of thousands. You know, when I filed my papers, they were big. The biggest ever filed by a factor of many. I jokingly said to your newspaper that I have a store that's worth more money than Mitt Romney. You know, remember that? The famous article. They said, what are you talking about? I said, yeah, I have a store that's worth more than Mitt Romney. And the paper, your paper, went out and said, that's insulting, that's hard. And they checked it, and it was actually true. It was pretty cool.